students. The 4 Ds of success. All of us have dreams and ambitions we strive hard to achieve throughout our life. No matter how big or small the goals are, success in achieving them revolves around the 4 Ds. Implementing these 4 key factors, what separates those that only dream and those that actually achieve their dream. Find the thing that drives you the most. What is the first and last thing that comes to your mind when you wake up and before you sleep? The thing that you are thinking right now, that is your goal. How can you achieve your goal? What steps do you need to take? What direction will you lead to achieve it? Answering all these questions will help you identify your dream and the path you need to follow in order to achieve it. So take a moment, write down your dream and the steps that will lead you to achieve them. The first step towards achieving your dream, implementing the next key factors, is what separates you from being a dreamer or an achiever. Now that you have identified your desire and the steps you need to take to achieve it, you need to implement the remaining key factors of success. Dedication. Wake up every day with a purpose and intent. Remind yourself that you have a dream and you will achieve it. Stay loyal to your goals and you set and committed to even after the mood you set has left you. Determination. It is your determination that will get you to put in the efforts even when you don't feel like putting it in. It is about doing what you need to, whether you feel it or whether you feel you like it or not. Wake up with determination and go to bed with satisfaction. Discipline. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want the most, said by Abraham Lincoln. I think we don't need further more explanation than these words. Let us watch an animation video about steps to success. Lesson, Madam rides the bus. Valli had a strong desire. With dedication and determination, she was able to succeed. So, chase your goals and become successful. Hope you all must have read the lesson and get to know the fine details said. Again, let me recall the main points of the story. The story is about an 8-year-old girl named Valli Ammai. The most fascinating thing for her was the bus that travelled between her village and the nearest town. She developed a strong desire to ride on the bus. This became her deepest desire. Valli find out all the bus journey details and she listened carefully to the conversation between the neighbors and the regular bus users. She came to know that the town was just 6 miles away from her village and the fare was 30 paisa. The trip took 45 minutes. Valli planned her visit to the town. She saved 60 paisa for her fare. Finally, she took 1 o'clock bus to the town. She chose this time because her mother would take a nap during that time. Finally, Valli made her first journey. The conductor was a jolly fellow and he called her Madam. Valli was very happy. She saw outside through the window. She could see the canal, the palm trees, the grassland, distant mountains and the blue sky. She met some passengers in the bus. She got annoyed when an elderly man called her a child. She disliked the elderly woman for her shabby look and the smell of the betel leaves she was chewing offended Valli. On the way to the town, Valli saw a frightened cow running right in front of the bus. She clapped hands with glee as the cow ran faster. Valli did not get off the bus when it reached the town. She did not want to go to the stall and have a drink because she don't have any money. Valli declined the offer of a cold drink by the conductor. It tells us that she had overcome her temptations and she is concerned about her self-respect. On the return journey, she saw the same cow lying dead by the roadside. This unpleasant sight made her very sad, which shows that she is a sensitive girl too. The bus reached the village at 3:40. She got down the bus and reached her home. She found her mother talking to aunt. Her aunt is a chatterbox. Valli interrupted their conversation and agreed that many things were happening outside the world without their knowledge. When her mother questioned what she meant, she smiled and don't want them to understand her smile. And that's the story. Let me scan the text for hard words and explore its meaning for you. Valli devoured everything with her eyes. Devoured. She read quickly and eagerly through her eyes. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind. Canvas in the sense a course of fabric. The lower part of her window. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. Blind is a partition in that window. There is nobody here who is a child. She said haughtily. Haughtily in the sense proudly. Valli found the woman absolutely repulsive. Such big holes, like it caused a strong dislike. She didn't like that woman at all. Valli found the woman absolutely repulsive. Such big holes she had in her earlobes and such ugly earrings in them. And she could smell the betel nut leaves. She was chewing and she saw the betel juice that was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Yes, I'm traveling alone, she answered curtly. Curtly in the sense in a rude or an abrupt manner. Oh, why don't you mind your own business, said Valli. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her drivel in the sense in a silly nonsense manner. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and the like. Finally, she had saved total of 60 paise. Thriftily, she spent each and every single paise carefully, spent more carefully. Valli always used these hours for her excursions. As she stood looking from the doorway of her house or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Ventured out, went cautiously and courageously. The bus rolled on now, cutting across bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet, a small settlement with few houses. Sometimes the bus seemed on its point of gobbling in the sense to swallow or eat hastily. Valli clapped her hands with glee in the sense happiness and joy. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street and entered a wider thoroughfare. Thoroughfare is a busy public road. Such big bright looking shops, what glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Merchandise is nothing but the things for sale which is kept there. Such a big crowd struck dumb with wonder. Valli gaped at everything. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just like little ago had now suddenly lost its charm, and its life looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread-eagled. Spread-eagled means the cow's legs were spreaded out. The memory of the dead cow haunted Valli, dampening her enthusiasm. Haunted, returned repeatedly. She couldn't it's impossible to forget for her. Valli overcome with sadness to see the dead cow. How do you feel when you come across children? So think, if you feel concerned about the plight of animals falling prey to the fast moving traffic, what efforts will you take? That's the story. What about a tech take home? When you search a word in Google, after the definition you can find a word coach. It will ask you 5 questions related to that word and it will give you immediate results too. Interesting, right? Try and improve your word power. Thank you.